My dear brother, my dear sister, before you scroll, before you skip, pause for a moment. If this message reached you right now, it is not random. There is a tiredness in you that sleep does not fix, a heaviness in your chest. You haven't been able to explain. You still try, you still pray, you still carry on, but your soul feels drained. This message is not for everyone. It is for the one who keeps giving, keeps listening, keeps sacrificing, and wonders why they feel empty. Listen carefully. Not every exhaustion comes from work. Not every heaviness comes from hardship. Sometimes your soul is tired because you stayed too long, where your peace was slowly being taken. Allah does not always remove harmful people suddenly. Sometimes He speaks through discomfort first. And if you felt restless lately, if conversations feel heavy, if certain people now drain you instead of bringing calm, this is not a coincidence. What you will hear today will slowly make sense of that tiredness. So stay with me, not because this is long, but because what you will understand by the end may finally explain what your heart has been trying to tell you all along. Your soul will recognize the truth. Your soul feels heavy because Allah is protecting you. There are moments in life when nothing bad happens on the outside, but everything feels heavy on the inside. You walk away from someone and suddenly your chest feels tight. Your breathing feels shallow. Your heart feels tired. Your mind feels noisy. Your soul feels like it wants to hide. And you stand there thinking, what just happened? They didn't insult me. They didn't argue with me. They didn't say anything wrong. Yet something inside you feels disturbed. My dear one, this feeling is not random. This feeling is not weakness. This feeling is not imagination. This is Allah protecting you. Before your mind understands people, your soul already knows the truth. The mind is slow. The soul is fast. The mind needs evidence. The soul feels reality instantly. Allah created your heart in a very special way. He made it sensitive so it can protect you. He made it aware so it can warn you. He made it alive so it can feel danger before damage happens. Just like your hand pulls away from fire without thinking, your soul pulls away from harm before your mind understands it. That heaviness you feel is not there to confuse you. It is there to stop you. Sometimes Allah saves you, not by closing doors loudly, but by making your heart uncomfortable quietly. You feel restless. You feel uneasy. You feel tired for no clear reason, and you keep asking yourself, why do I feel like this? Am I too sensitive? Am I overthinking? No, my dear one, you are listening. Allah has placed a warning system inside your heart. When something is not good for you, your heart reacts. When someone is not safe for your peace, your soul becomes heavy. Not everyone who smiles with you is meant to walk with you. Not everyone who talks nicely has clean intentions. Not everyone who listens to you wishes you well. And Allah sees what you cannot see. You may see their words. Allah sees their intentions. You may hear their voice. Allah hears what is hidden in their heart. You may feel confused. Allah knows exactly what is harming you. That is why sometimes, without any clear reason, your heart feels uncomfortable around certain people. This discomfort is not cruelty. This discomfort is mercy. Not every pain is punishment. Some pain is prevention. Sometimes Allah protects you by making you feel tired around someone so you don't become emotionally attached. Sometimes Allah protects you by disturbing your peace so you don't share too much. Sometimes Allah protects you by draining your energy temporarily so you don't lose your soul permanently. And my dear brother, my dear sister, Allah loves you too much to let you be harmed silently. If Allah wanted to punish you, He would let you feel comfortable while being destroyed. But when Allah loves you, He makes your heart alert. That heaviness you feel after certain company is Allah saying, my servant, be careful. Be careful with your heart. Be careful with your emotions. Be careful with your energy. Because the heart is sacred. A heart connected to Allah cannot stay comfortable around what pulls it away from Him. Sometimes you feel sad, even when life looks fine. Sometimes you feel tired, even when you didn't work hard. Sometimes you feel empty, even when people are around you. This happens when your soul is exposed. to things it was never meant to carry. Allah did not create you to carry emotional weight for everyone. He did not create you to absorb negativity endlessly. He did not create you to bleed quietly. If your heart feels disturbed after certain company, Allah is whispering to you gently, this is costing you more than you know. Costing you your peace, costing you your sleep, costing you your focus in prayer, costing you your closeness to me. And Allah does not want you to lose Him while trying to keep people. Sometimes the sign is not loud. Sometimes the sign is not dramatic. Sometimes the sign is just a feeling, a tight chest, a tired heart, a restless soul. And that feeling is enough. Do not ignore it. Do not silence it. Do not force comfort where Allah placed discomfort. You don't need a big reason to protect your heart. You don't need proof to listen to your soul. You don't need permission to step back when your peace is disturbed. Allah placed that feeling inside you because He cares about you. He is holding your heart before it breaks. He is guiding you before you fall. He is protecting you before you understand the danger. So my dear brother, my dear sister, trust Allah when your heart feels heavy. That heaviness is not against you. It is for you. It is guidance wrapped in discomfort. It is mercy dressed as pain. It is Allah standing between you and what would have harmed you. Trust Him. Sometimes Allah does not remove people from your life immediately. Sometimes He removes the comfort first. You still see them, you still speak to them, you still smile politely, but inside, your heart no longer feels at ease. This is not cruelty from Allah, this is kindness. Because if Allah removed everyone suddenly, your heart would shatter. So He removes them gently, piece by piece, feeling by feeling. First, the laughter feels forced. Then the conversations feel heavy. Then the silence feels better than company. And slowly, your soul begins to detach. This is how Allah protects without breaking you. You may notice that after being around certain people, you no longer feel like praying. Or your prayer feels rushed. Or your heart feels distant. And you wonder, why am I feeling like this? My dear one, Allah is showing you what is pulling you away from Him. Anything that distances you from Allah cannot be good for your soul. A heart connected to Allah cannot stay comfortable around what drains its light. Sometimes Allah makes you uncomfortable, so you stop forcing connections He never approved. You may try to convince yourself, they've been in my life for so long. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to seem ungrateful. But Allah is not asking you to hurt anyone. He is asking you to protect yourself. You don't need to argue. You don't need to accuse. You don't need to explain. Your heart already knows. That tiredness you feel is your soul asking for relief. Allah never burdens a soul beyond what it can bear. But sometimes we burden ourselves by staying where we don't belong. You keep giving. You keep listening. You keep absorbing, and your soul keeps shrinking until Allah steps in and says gently, enough exhaustion, enough emotional bleeding, enough silent suffering. Sometimes Allah allows your heart to feel heavy, so you stop pouring into empty spaces. You see, my dear brother, my dear sister, not everyone who needs you deserves you. Some people don't want healing, they want an audience. Some people don't want peace, they want control. Some people don't want light, they want someone else's light to survive. And Allah sees this clearly. So He protects you in ways you may not understand at first. He makes your heart uncomfortable. He makes your soul restless. He makes your peace disappear around certain people. This is Allah saying, my servant, this is not your place anymore. When you finally listen, something beautiful happens. Your heart feels lighter. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your mind becomes calmer. You start enjoying silence. You start craving Allah more. You start feeling like yourself again. This is not coincidence. This is what happens when Allah removes harm before it becomes destruction. My dear one, never feel guilty. For listening to your soul, never feel weak. For stepping back quietly, never feel wrong. For choosing peace over chaos. Allah placed that feeling inside you because He loves you. He is teaching you that not every door should be forced open and not every connection should be kept alive. Sometimes the greatest sign of Allah's care is not happiness. It is discomfort that saves you from future pain. So when your heart feels heavy, pause it. When your soul feels uneasy, listen. When your peace disappears, trust Allah. He is not pushing you away from people. He is pulling you closer to Him. And in that closeness, you will find the peace you were searching for in others. May Allah protect your heart. May He heal your soul. May He give you the courage to walk away from what drains you without hatred, without anger, without guilt. And may He replace every heaviness with light. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. One of the hardest lessons we learn in life is that not everyone deserves access to our inner world. This is difficult because you have a kind heart. You care deeply. You listen sincerely. You feel strongly. And because of that, you often open your heart too quickly. You share your pain. You share your fears. You share your hopes. You share your struggles. You think everyone will handle your heart gently the way you handle theirs. But my dear one, not every hand is soft and not every intention is pure. Allah created the heart as something sacred. It is not meant to be touched by everyone. It is not meant to be exposed to everyone. It is not meant to carry the weight of every soul. Some people are only meant to know your name, not your wounds. Some people are only meant to see your smile, not your tears. Some people are only meant to walk beside you for a short time, not enter the deepest parts of your heart. And this does not make you cold, it makes you wise. Islam never taught us to empty our hearts in front of everyone. It taught us balance. Even the Prophet ﷺ was gentle, kind and loving, but he did not give everyone the same access. He chose carefully, he shared wisely, he protected his heart. So why do we feel guilty when we try to do the same? My dear brother, my dear sister, your heart is not a place for entertainment. It is not a place for gossip. It is not a place for emotional dumping. Some people come into your life not to support you, but to feed on your emotions. They listen, but they don't pray for you. They ask questions, but they don't wish you well. They stay close, but only when you are weak. And when you finally need support, they disappear. Allah did not create your heart to be used this way. That is why sometimes after opening up to certain people, you feel regret. You feel exposed. You feel uncomfortable. You feel like you shared too much. That feeling is not shame. That feeling is learning. Allah is teaching you discernment. You see, my dear one, not everyone who listens is meant to carry your story. Some people are curious, not caring. Some people are entertained, not concerned. Some people collect information, not trust. And Allah sees all of it. He sees who deserves access and who only wants advantage. That is why protecting your inner world is not arrogance. It is obedience. When you protect your heart, you are honoring what Allah placed inside you. You are saying, "Oh Allah, this heart you gave me is precious. I will not hand it to everyone." You can still be kind. You can still be polite. You can still be respectful. But you don't have to be emotionally available to everyone. There is a difference between being good and being exposed. Some people confuse kindness with weakness. They think because you are gentle, they can take from you endlessly. But Islam teaches us that strength and softness can exist together. You can be gentle and still have boundaries. You can be loving and still say no. You can forgive and still step back. This does not make you heartless. It makes you healthy. My dear brother, my dear sister, your inner world shapes your outer life. What enters your heart affects your peace. What stays in your heart affects your prayer. What disturbs your heart affects your connection with Allah. So be careful who you allow inside. If someone constantly leaves you confused, drained, or doubting yourself, they are not safe for your inner world. You don't need to announce this. You don't need to confront everyone. You don't need to explain. Sometimes distance is the kindest decision for your soul. Allah never asked you to sacrifice your peace to keep others comfortable. He asked you to protect your heart so it can stay connected to Him. When you limit access, you don't lose love. You gain clarity. You don't lose people. You gain peace. you don't become lonely, you become lighter, and Allah fills the space that unnecessary people once occupied. So, my dear one, choose carefully. Not everyone deserves to sit in the deepest part of your heart. That space is reserved for Allah and for those who bring you closer to Him. One reason this lesson is so difficult is because you were taught that saying yes makes you good and saying no makes you selfish. So you keep giving access, you keep opening your heart, you keep explaining yourself, you keep showing patience, even when your soul is tired. And slowly, without realizing it, you start living for people instead of living with Allah. You answer messages even when your heart needs rest. You listen to problems even when your soul is already heavy. You stay available even when your peace is disappearing. And then one day, you wake up feeling empty and you don't know why. My dear one, this is what happens. When too many people live inside your heart, Allah never asked you to carry everyone's emotions. He never asked you to fix everyone's pain. He never asked you to bleed silently for the comfort of others. That is not worship, that is exhaustion.